Okay. So far I've been through 3 fans that I've unseized, and I got sick of making these housings and everything, and so I finally went out and bought a fan. Steel squirrel cage. Okay, seems pretty powerful. But these holes back here, a lot of people have said plug them up, but I think everything's there for a reason. So obviously to cool this off. There's a little fan inside this motor. So rather than do that, I'm going to cut this plate out and cover this, okay? And then I'm going to drill holes in this lip, and that's going to allow the air to get sucked in and go past the motor like it's supposed to, past the windings so they don't overheat. And it's a variable speed motor. It's 110 volt, but oh well. I can't fix the rest of my filter and stuff until I get this thing running. So the other thing I wanted to mention, if you're familiar with geothermal, we do geothermal wells for houses for heat and air conditioning. Well, we do the wells. We don't do the system itself. But if you have a system like I want to build, just stationary for a generator, then we can use the ground for cooling. It's going to be consistent temperature. There's several things you can do. You can there's a lot of different ways how to do it. But if you have a brook or groundwater near your house, you're golden. If you have a little stream, you can put the pipes inside that. Or if you drill some holes with PVC and make a loop that comes up, you do 2 or 3 of those. You can dig a bigger hole if you have a backhoe maybe and fill it with stone, because if you just put it in the pipe in the ground, eventually running long enough, it's going to heat that area up. So, but if you put stone around that, you'll never heat that area up. You know, I don't think you'll be running that long. So I think that'll give you a consistent temperature, and it's energy free. You know, you're not pumping water, you're not doing this, anything else to do with electricity. I can't see why that can't work at all. The pipes will be low, and you're fine. And if you're in water and you're near groundwater, then fine, that's fine. If you're concerned about pulling the pipes out, then you have to put it in some kind of a sleeve so you can pull it out and drain it. I was thinking of you being able to pull it out, but not that often, so you could make a loop with then a tailpiece. So the loop would go, the air would go around, but the tailpiece would fill up with water, and that would take a long time, I'm hoping. So that way there, you wouldn't have to pull it out so often and drain the pipe, put unions on it. I think I'm going to explore with that. I think that's a really good idea. Because now you're not working, if you've got a 100-degree day, I was talking to Flash, you know, if you're from down south, it's hot, and it even gets hot up here. Muggy, hot. So I think this will be great. This will be a good idea. So you guys can, if you think that'll work, you can come up with your own ways for the water. I've got a few ideas that I'll share with you, but that's definitely what I'm going to do. But you could also put unions on this if you're semi-stationary. When you're at that spot, then use the water. If you're not, then go back to the original way and just leave the pipes in the ground, and when you come back to that spot, hook them back up. Okay? What do you think of that? I think it's going to work. So I'm going to put this fan together and get a little flame going tonight, I hope. Long enough to see what I got. Have a good one. I mounted this. That's what I like about these tanks. I kind of want it to be steel, but it's really nice having this option to be able to take the covers off, and you know, because all the tanks have the same thread. You can use a different. The other motor, I had to cut a different hole for it, so I just changed the caps. Now, I put that plate in here, just a little bit of former gasket, just a little bit. And see the holes I drilled there? Well, there's no way anything can get up into the motor itself. Okay, so I wanted to protect it. And I like this fan because you can take the motor off without dismantling this whole housing. So that was nice. I can take that on off. So hopefully this fan works good. So then, I'm just going to screw it on here. I put a little bit of former gasket. It's got an O-ring seal, but the top's a little scratched up and shit. I don't want to take any chances sucking any air. I just put 3 tacks on this flange. I want to make a flange that I can bolt on, removable, in case you want to change it. So I just tacked it, put a little former gasket on it because I'm impatient and I want to try it tonight. So I'm just going to spin this up. And I'll probably put a cover on here to protect the motor. Okay, actually I had a cover here. I think I could use. Anyways, I had a cover somewhere. I got so much shit all over the place. But it's actually a center cap for a F350, so it's a chrome cap. Okay, it covers the front hub on the 4-wheel drive. I'll put that over this, and it'll cool off for in here. I can put a vent on it, but obviously you don't want water and shit going in this. And put a flap on here. Shut it on and off. Actually, I got this thing. This is this is fucking fancy here, I'll tell you. But you could do something like this just to protect it. That's not going to seal it off very good, but you could make something like this to cut it back if you wanted to. But I'm going to go out and fire this up. There you go, Al. There she is. Had it running for, I don't know, I had 5 minutes and then it lit. I put, the pellets went down. Well, I was cleaning up the shop and I came out and it was out and the fire was creeping up. I had the fan on full blast, so I turned the fan way down, let it run for a minute. So, but this is good. This is teaching me a lot. It's a little blue in there. It's not great, I guess, compared to you guys, but get the fan way down. I'm just gonna let it idle. See how long it lasts. See if the fire creeps back up. I'm gonna hold the camera way down here so you only see the blue. See the blue? Now that's a blue flame. See? Told you I could do it. Anyways, I'm gonna I'm just curious if it's going to creep up with it like this. So, anyways, I gotta go. But get the fan way down. I'm just going to let it idle. See how long it lasts. See if the fire creeps back up. I'm going to hold the camera way down here so you only see the blue. See the blue? Now that's a blue flame. See? told you I could do it. Anyways, I'm just curious if it's gonna creep up with it like this. So, anyways, I gotta go. Bye. This is just a little rocket stove I made the other night. I wanted to see what I could use my pumps for. So I took the insides out, flipped it upside down, put some insulation around these Prepsol or lacquer cans, put a couple pieces of wood in it. That stainless, right where it comes out of the top of that lacquer thinner can, was 700 degrees, 750. It's pretty cool. Thanks a lot, guys.